So how do you handle your second career crossroad?
Well, I think first things first is not to be emotional about it. That's the fundamental. Okay, when you are in such a state, sometimes you are just panicking or very frustrated and you go, I can't take it anymore. I just want to quit and see where the road takes me. Okay, don't do that. That's high risk, especially when you got bills to pay. Unless you are independently wealthy to begin with, then it's a different story.
In which case,
then you can follow your passion,
do
follow
whatever
your
you need.
dreams.
Yeah,
you know.
Go and travel and be a vlogger.
Yeah, you know, you can
and
do what you want.
do van life or something.
But number one, don't freak out, don't panic, don't make hasty decisions you're going to regret. But number two, most importantly, is you have to have a career strategy. And a career strategy is a plan you make based on your strengths, your interests, where you see yourself in the next couple of years, and what you want to do more of, what you want to do less of. And then, you know, once you have a career strategy, then you start finding what you can do that fits in to the career strategy.
You make it sound so easy.
You
make it sound so easy.
It was straightforward for the first three to five iterations. And then it got difficult.
Developing a strategy is not easy. I find that as you are thinking about it, there are a lot of other intrusive thoughts that sometimes comes in. What if? There's a lot of what if. There's a lot of I'm not sure. I don't know. And then there are a lot of voices in your circle of friends who might poke holes at your dream.
Or worse still, you know what's worse than people poking holes in your dreams?
The ones who pull you down.
No, the ones who tell you, yeah, go ahead. The bakery is a great idea. You baked a really nice cake for us 4 years ago. Those are the ones that are even scarier than the...
So I've like you said, right? The first three iterations might be quite straightforward. You know, what are your strengths? What are you good at? What do you want more of? What do you want less of? And then it gets a bit tricky. It gets a little bit tricky because a lot of us regular folks just want the answers given to us.
Yes.
They just said, look, you know that these are my strengths. Just tell me what I should do. What they didn't say is just so I know who I can blame if it doesn't go well. So career strategy development can be quite tricky.
It is tricky.
It's hard to plan for. It's hard to predict future. But yeah, we're here to walk you through that and to hold your hand if you need support in trying to refine your strategy a little bit.
And I think having a well thought out career strategy is worth its weight in gold. There's no amount of money that can replace a good and robust career strategy. And it's not saying that you can't do it on your own. Okay, you could, but it might take a much longer time. You'll be fraught with more pitfalls or downsides, you never know. But because we've been doing this for the longest time, we've been doing it for the past 6 years at Career Agility. So we've seen a lot of mistakes being made.
Yeah.
And we are able to advise you on how you can avoid those mistakes, or better still, even leverage on the networks that we have and the market info that we possess.
And that's what we're talking about, right? It's a strategy. It's not gospel.
Yeah.
It's not a rigid plan. It's a strategy.
Yes.
And you are going to build in ambiguities. You're going to build in options. And sometimes some people go, oh, it has to be A or B. And then they're very linear in their thinking.
Yeah.
No, strategy doesn't work like that. Because once you kind of have a strategy, then you've got to ring fence it, so to speak. You've got to go do the other side and figure out what the market is what the market is like, whether or not there's possibilities, whether there is going to be room for your idea or your career path.
You know, one of the biggest challenges a lot of our clients that we meet, they face whenever they're at a career crossroads, especially at the second career crossroad, is the lack of data.
You think? I think lack of data applies across the road.
I think so, but in particular...
Across the road.
Across the board.
It's a Friday.
In particular, when you do not know what options to take next, and therefore you're thinking like, okay, you know, I want to do this. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should open up a chain of laundromats. But
Oh, you know what's a great idea? I saw recently. I think it was just recently there was some news about a couple that went into the
laundromat business.
No, the self-service drinks. You know, what's that machine?
Those are
that,
called vending machines.
the vending machines.
Okay.
So self-service machines.
It's Friday.
Again,
Just
it's a Friday.
Just not braining. Okay.
I haven't had my second cup of coffee. So and if you have this couple, I think they invested in a couple of these machines and they made about $300
Will be.
per month.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Again, it's a great side hustle. Sorry, I'm just getting carried away. So yeah,
I know a guy who invested in this company that made pizza vending machines.
And
I've not seen any pizza vending machines anywhere around.
maybe not here.
No,
Not in
in Singapore. He was trying to get me to invest $8,000 into a vending machine. So his model wasn't making the vending machines, was selling the vending machines to people who wanted to be entrepreneurs. But no.
Well,
So once
again, there are so many ideas out there.
But you see, if you don't have the data, if you don't have what are the
Yes.
great business ideas, so a lot of times people feel stuck at their career crossroads because they don't have enough information. So
I
our
think
advice
sometimes
is
it's too much information.
too
as
much
well.
wrong information.
That
Yeah.
not just wrong, but there's just too much, and you can't wade through all that information. So you get paralyzed by too many options.
That's why it's important for you to speak to experts like us or to speak to someone who's really done that, gone through it, been there. One of the interesting things was that when I wanted to pivot from my headhunting to career coaching, I spent almost 3 years in an outplacement HR career coaching company just to learn the ropes and everything. And also to get more information and more data. And even before I wanted to start the business, I actually roped Yen in to ask her, what's the business? What can we do? So I got someone who's an expert in the field to be able to provide the kind of information so that ultimately I can make better quality decisions.
Sometimes it's also getting more data, but getting more network, lining people up.
True.
And that could help you in your next move as well. Because if you have enough sponsors, enough lobbyists, then maybe that move would be less bumpy because you'll have supporters.
That's true.
So when you do get your new role or your new job or your new business idea, you're going to be okay.
For those of you out there who are thinking of starting a business, the irony is not that the business doesn't do well. The irony is, if the business doesn't do well, you go there, you do it for 9 months, and it's a no-go, you quit, you go get a real job. Yeah. Okay? The worst thing is it doesn't die a natural death. It plots along.
And it lingers.
And you never know whether or not.
Support.
Yeah, and then you don't know whether or not, if I give it up now, am I just missing it?
Should I pull the
plug?
plug?
And then worse still, there's another job offer that comes in.
If that is, yes.
And then suddenly you're like, should I do this? Should I not do that?
Yeah.
And then it's like, which life support do I unplug,
Because you can only have one. There's only so many hours.
It'd be
in a
nice if
day.
you could do two, and moonlight, but sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
So that's where come talk to us as well. It's very important.
I find that a lot more people are paralyzed more than those who have too many options. They're usually more concerned about the what if.
But are they paralyzed in fear, or are they paralyzed with too many options, or are they just paralyzed in general?
Most of the people I've met are looking for answers and certainties.
And there are none.
There are none.
There are none.
Yeah.
There are none.
There are none.
The only certainty is answer. Okay.
No, don't do that.
No, I'm not doing that.